Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Sacred Books of Britney Spears. My name is Aaron, and today it's going to be a fun one. It's celebrating Britmas, and I am joined with my amazing and patient co host, John Wayne. I don't know
Patient-ish.
why I said that. I was searching for an adjective that popped into my head. I don't know why. Um, but welcome.
Was that a question?
No, normally I say welcome and you say something.
Sorry, I thought the patient was me saying something.
Got it.
Sorry.
No. Um, how are you?
I'm okay. I mean,
Yeah,
um, Britmas is coming.
it is coming, and you're new to
Yeah.
this Britneyanity. You
Yeah.
know
Am I supposed to get presents for people?
that is one of the many traditions that we have. Getting gifts, but also giving gifts. It's very
But it
exciting.
means but it means more if like I would make it in like myself though, right?
Generally, homemade gifts are good, but remember, like we said before, Britney is all about sort of the commercialism,
Hmm.
and sort of that idea that the more you give, it basically helps you flex and show off and say, you
Yeah.
know,
Shows off to the neighbors and friends and family.
right.
So what if I don't like flexing?
I mean, that makes sense. You're pretty, what's the word?
Basic?
Sure. I was going to say drab because you kind of dress the same a lot, you know, and you work in a library. It's kind of the same routine.
Why don't you explain how I dress to the people then?
Um,
Explain my
gray,
garb, my
yeah,
drab garb,
uh,
Ron.
gray robes with sort of a rope tied around your waist. Um,
I like the monk fashion. Yes.
I'm thinking like imagining. I always assumed you were like into science fiction, you know, some of those old stories because you kind of had that vibe, The long walking stick was always sort of interesting because you're kind of a young guy. I don't know why you needed a walking stick, but
Because I'm
or
terrified of ditches,
or
and
staff.
it's kind of like you kind of like feel out the road in front of you so you don't fall.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense, and I probably could have resolved that a long time ago if I had asked.
It's all right.
That actually, yeah, that's definitely circle meets the square on that.
Mm.
Well, I have a surprise for you today. So
Oh, you got me a present?
almost,
Oh,
because it's technically not Britmas. So
okay, good. Because I didn't get you anything yet. I didn't get you anything yet.
react as if I just played the crickets.
I was gonna attempt to make a cricket sound like a
I
creak.
thought it was I thought it was my soundboard, but for some reason it's not there.
If I hear crickets anyway, I just assume it's in the library somewhere.
Right. No, what I brought our old co-host Aaron,
Oh,
last living
oh,
descendant of Brittany,
I thought you were
to
gonna say
help kind
Betsy.
of talk a little bit about Bessie was busy.
Oh, yeah,
Oregon
of course.
school is taking up a lot of her time.
Hmm.
She wasn't able to make it, but she sends her best wishes.
God, sorry.
On a very positive end of the year. But yeah, no, I brought in Aaron. Aaron,
Oh
are you there?
yeah,
I am. Yeah. Sorry that I'm here and Bessie is not.
it's okay. I forgive you. You're
Still
Well,
big of
forgiven.
you. It is the Britmas season.
it is, and I brought him in to help us and maybe help you kind of see what Britmas is about. You know what I mean, and kind of see the breadth of traditions available. Um, it's not kind of a one size fits all. There is some flexibility. So yeah, that's so I brought in Aaron to kind of help guide us through that.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming in. Where you calling in from today?
Every Britmas I go hiking in the mountains just to get away
Um,
from everything and really just embrace the spirit of giving.
Interesting. So you go hiking and do you give away stuff while you're hiking?
No, elicit donations and I get the mountain folk to give
Excellent. Excellent.
to others.
You get them to give you donations.
Correct. So they can
Interesting.
experience the feeling of Christmas.
Hmm. All right.
Everything I receive goes to the Britmas charity.
Got it.
Awfully
So
kind.
for underprivileged youths.
Nice. How are the and what does it help? How does it help them?
Um, what I've been told is that whatever we receive,
Mm-hmm.
we give to the children, like a big under the Britmas tree on the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So we make sure that everyone gets a little bit of something,
Got it.
like a lot of books. Uh,
That's well. Hey, you know what? That's very generous of you. Okay.
Super generous.
When did you have you always just kind of gone away for the holiday, or is that something
uh,
new since you kind of gave up, life at the ranch?
yeah, it's sort of like a family home. It's been in the family forever, so they would kind of send me there. Earlier Christmases,
By yourself?
yeah, sometimes I would have a handler. They kind of wanted to do something much bigger for Britmas, and it they just felt it was too overwhelming for me. So I've been going there since I was probably about 5 or 6.
They so wait for Britmas. You're saying your family during the big celebration they would send you away alone, or maybe with a handler,
Right,
out to the
right,
mountains.
right. Turns out like I would be able to get more donations and celebrate and spread more cheer if I was by myself than
Mm.
with a bunch of other people.
I would imagine a lonely child or a young child by himself. Yeah, that would definitely
Right, right. People were
solicit
really in the
donations.
giving spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep Natalie from giving away too much stuff. She's really into giving.
What's to give at the church?
Or the library. There's
The
plenty to give
library.
away at the church.
You know what? I gotta say,
I
I
should
think
send her to the church and she should just give away some of your stuff.
the reason I think I finally figured out the reason why I always say church with you. I think it's the robes. You know what I mean? Our robes are kind of
I
similar.
get it. Yeah, it's
I mean,
well, the library is kind of my temple, if you
right,
will. So
right. It's an old dusty building, and so I
mm,
feel like I think that's what it is. I think that's okay. Put two and two together.
yeah.
So wait, what does she do? What is she doing for the holiday?
What isn't she doing for the holiday? As I told you, she's been trying to decorate the library. It's been like a back and forth. She puts it up, I tear it down. It's kind of like a game we play. So,
What what are examples of you said she's trying to decorate. Is she doing the sort of the modern the modern version of decorating, or is she doing the more traditional version?
a little bit of both. Why don't you explain to people the modern decorating version?
Um, well, the modern is definitely more. It's kind of ironic, but the modern is sort of a throwback to the way we used to celebrate Britmas before. Sort of the red and green and white and snow. Obviously there's not much snow because you know
Global warming,
climate
yeah.
is exactly. I mean, even 2,000 years later, the planet is still fucked up. But the sort of traditional way that you would celebrate Britmas, yeah, snakes everywhere. It was always kind of expensive, trying to find red wrapping paper, because paper just isn't that super common, you know. You would, uh, yeah, just snakes hanging from everywhere. You know what I mean? Like garland. It was always weird. I don't know why we just didn't use garland. But just snakes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really. I mean, when I see snakes, it just gets me in the holiday spirit. You know,
I
like
get
a
it.
like a long slithering Burmese python to just
Mhm.
really, I don't know, get me in the giving mood. You know, a long python just makes me want to give. You know,
Okay, I see where this is going.
it's called a
So,
softball.
I mean, yeah, but she's gone both traditional and modern. She definitely wishes there was snow. She likes the idea of snow. So there's like little
Hmm.
snowflakes everywhere. There's like the red garland, the red everything. Like it just the whole place is almost turned red. So
Yeah.
pretty
The
wild.
wait, your personal living space or the actual library also?
Yeah, both. She's
Huh.
gone crazy. Yeah.
It doesn't
Get
sound like you're too happy about it.
I don't want Christmas or cut. I don't want Britmas stuff everywhere.
Have you guys talked about it?
Well, kind of, yeah. But I mean, it's became a game, which she enjoys that as well. So get out of here. I am doing a podcast.
Is
Was
it
that Natalie herself?
Yeah.
or is that the cat? Oh,
No, that
okay.
was Natalie.
John, have you seen my Britmas stockings?
Get don't this is my podcast. Stop. What is
Natalie.
that
My
sound?
little drummer boy, he follows me around. It's part of the Britmas decorating.
Oh my goodness. Stop decorating. You've already decorated enough.
I will put the drummer boy away if you tell me where you hid my Britmas stockings.
I will not.
Well, then I'm not leaving the
John,
podcast.
it's
I'll give you a
Hmm?
hint. I'll give you a hint.
I'm listening.
It might have something to do with the leader during World War II of Russia.
Are you trying to tell me what aisle of books you've put my stockings in?
Yes, yes. To be clear, I've hidden it in a book, and if you know who the leader of Russia was during World War II, you will find them.
Check in the Genghis Khan section.
Thank you. Hi. Wait.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's close.
Hi. I'm Natalie. I don't think we've met.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
Who?
We should
I thought you've met. Haven't you met?
I don't
No, no,
think
no.
they've met.
I've heard a lot about you. I'm also Aaron.
Aaron, like from Britney's Ranch, Aaron?
Yes, yes. This is the famous Natalie, right?
Well, I'm not famous, but it's so nice to meet you. I'm kind of fangirling out.
Oh,
Great.
thank
So,
you. Yeah.
Are you looking for donations still? I really am in the like Britmas giving spirit mode, you know?
Yes, I am actually. Uh, what were you looking to give today?
I don't know. What are the donations you're accepting since I'm not in the mountains this year?
Cash is king usually. But we'll take books, pop-up books,
We have a
stationery,
lot of books here.
furniture.
Don't
Oh,
take don't give away my books. You know how long it takes to transcribe those things?
But it's a donation for a good
well,
cause.
what
Have
about
enough.
ones that you've already transcribed?
No, those are the ones I don't. No, because I have to deal with theft. I have to deal with kids destroying the books. There's another word for that I can't think of.
Vandalism?
Yes, vandalism. Thank you.
But this is a donation
Those
for a good cause.
I understand, but this is a library. This is my temple. I can't just give away these books. They're like my children.
I mean, it's a fair point. Kids don't need to read these days, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Can we be honest?
yeah.
Okay.
do you, Natalie, you're new to Britneyanity. You seem very excited, and I appreciate your enthusiasm. What are you, what's your next couple days going to be like? Getting ready for Britmas. Do you, what are you sort of, what traditions are you going to be sort of leaning on? You know, what are you most excited about?
Leaning into literally anything I can get my hands on. I've
Okay.
knitted a couple of Britmas stockings to hang. So one has like the big snake that looks like it's wrapping around it, and the other one just says Merry Britmas. I have a Britmas tree. I have wrapped loads of, well, they're just books, but I wanted it to look like there were a bunch of gifts under the tree, and they're all wrapped in red, and I put green ribbon around it to kind of represent that snake look. And I
Mm,
do have the traditional garland sort of everywhere, and I've hidden a couple of little
right.
snakes within all the garland. And then my favorite, um, I've sort of like sewn together a bunch of cotton balls to make like a sheet of cotton, so it looks like there's snow around the tree. I
Aw.
know.
Now, are you using sort of the, you know, do what you have to do to get by fake snakes, or the much more traditional and honoring Britney live snakes?
I've managed to find a couple of live snakes just out in my hiking and walking about, but since we have the cat in the library, I've tend to lean a little bit more towards more of the fake whatever I can to get by, because I don't want my cat and the snakes to run into each other.
Got it. So the cat, that's still going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
yeah. But if we're lucky, we'll get a Britmas present.
She's pregnant? We'll get more kittens?
No, I meant the snake. No, I meant the snake eats the cat, like a Britmas miracle.
Well, I mean, I have a couple of snakes I could loan you if that's what you're into.
If they are big enough to eat a cat, then bring them on down.
No.
Or if they, because also they probably would help eat the rats, which the cat's failing miserably
Mhm.
at. So,
That's valid. Maybe I could try to keep a cat in a separate room.
or
Or teach
outside.
them to hunt together.
Do you think that they would do that?
That would be amazing.
The cat rides the python or the snake.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
would that would get a lot of hits on. What's the? I don't know what the latest trend is.
That
I'm sure there's some sort of video app that, you know,
WeTube, whatever it is.
yeah.
that would truly be a Britmas miracle.
yeah.
So, Aaron, do you have any advice for Natalie you know, because this is her first Britmas. Do you have any advice for her on, you know, what she should take away, what she could learn from, what, you know, how she should, you know what, actually help Natalie, since you're here, understand, you know, what is the true meaning of Britmas?
It's giving. You know, much like Brittany gave us her knowledge and her words to help us, the spirit of Britness is about giving,
Mm-hmm.
giving part of yourself, your time, spreading love and happiness, um, and
Well, it
just
sounds like
really
he's got plenty to
celebrating
give.
the life that was Britney Spears.
Yeah.
But
What
she
was that,
had
John Wayne?
I was saying it sounds like he has a lot to give, so he gets to show off his wealth a lot.
Yeah.
No, it's even better when you don't have anything to give. The feeling that you get from it, you know, is
Right.
Interesting.
I am actually reading right now
it's
about
amazing.
the more you give, the more you receive. So even if you have nothing,
Yeah, right. It helps with your taxes as well, you know. So like as much as you give during this season,
Ah,
you'll
I
get
get it.
more back
I see what you're
later.
doing now.
So, to kind of clarify, Aaron, you receive from other people, and then that allows you to give some of that away, which
Yeah.
then means that you sort of end the year a little bit ahead, which allows you to,
Well, in my capacity as one of the last surviving family members, um,
right,
I feel like it's my duty to help uh, the family, the estate, get as much money as possible during
right,
this season.
got it.
It sounds like an illegal thing called skimming, but I
No, no,
digress.
no, no. The way that nonprofits work, I take a small salary and a small percentage of donations that come in just to balance the books, if you will.
Got it. Yeah.
So inspiring.
It's funny. I was thinking of the what was that old it's like when you're trying to sell like when basically there's that really new fandangled way of sort of being a home-based business, when you're selling products, but then you get people below you to sell products, and then you get a percentage
The
of what they sell.
pyramid.
Oh, but then
Mary
they sell,
Kay.
yeah,
It's
sort of
called
like
plan.
Mary
an
Kay.
upside down triangle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called getting Mary Kay'd.
Yeah. So good for you. That's you're being very traditional, and you're holding on to the roots.
Correct.
Aaron, you're
and I embraced it this year, since I gave up my previous job profession.
right.
So like I've been just gung hoing. It's been a good Christmas. Britmas.
Did you I don't remember if we talked about this, or at least I don't remember what you said. So obviously you've given up the bounty hunting.
Yes, for the time being. I've been
Natalie, Aaron
really
was a
trying
bounty
to
hunter.
get back into show business, and
That's right.
And after talking with the estate, it felt like this could be a big season for me. So I have a Britmas album coming out where I do Britmas covers of Britney's famous songs. So that'll be out on the 25th.
Oh, so you're going to be basically taking her words and singing them.
Yeah, like a cover,
Wow.
but just really in the Britmas spirit of things.
That's amazing.
Wow. That's so cool.
Would you want to give our audience sort of a sneak peek?
Please do. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Okay. me. This is just a taste. It's not mastered or anything, but
And I assume that this is going to be sort of your take. It's not like it's going to be something you came up with,
yeah.
Nice.
Acapella, huh?
We wish you a Merry Britmas. We wish you a Merry Britmas. We wish you a Merry Britmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. We wish you a Merry Britmas and a Happy New Year.
So good.
I mean, I'm going to be honest.
Thank you.
Please, any feedback would be great.
I think the lyrics are trash. I'm just being honest here. Just trying to give you some.
Well, I don't know how much reading you've done about music and music theory.
I don't know anything about
the whole idea about a Britmas song is it's catchy, it sticks in people's minds. So we want to keep it simple, so it keeps going around in people's heads. So
Interesting.
Is it poetry? Not for me to say. Is it simple, singable? Studies say yes.
You know what the amazing thing about those lyrics is that, it's kind of lost in history. We're not even exactly sure if we can attribute those lyrics to Britney.
Right, it's in the public domain.
Right. So did she say those words? Didn't she say those words? We don't really know. Because
I like to think that she sang those words at one point. And
right.
what I'm doing with this album is channeling our Lord and Savior.
I absolutely love it.
Interesting.
I love it. I love it so much. That jingle is going to stick in my head for days to come.
Great.
Oh,
it's very.
I can send you an advanced copy of the CD for you to play in the library while you're.
No, that's fine. We're good. Nah, it's all right. We don't really have a speaker
I'll send you a
system or
second
any way to
donation
play
right
it,
now.
so
Oh,
it's fine. Nah, we're good.
This one is on the house. I'll even get in touch with Pat. He'll send you over like a speaker system. I have the acoustic set really good for it.
I don't know who Pat is,
Thank
but
Pat
I hate Pat.
much.
No.
I will. John Wayne, I think this is going to change your life. The resistance that I'm feeling from you right now. Uh, am I right? You may be fighting Britmas a little bit.
No, I'm not fighting it. I just
I
don't
think
think
you're
it needs
fighting
to
it a
go
little
this
because you keep
far.
hiding all of my things, my Britmas decorations.
We're playing a game.
game?
It's fun.
Is it
Like
fun?
I hide it, you find it. Yeah. Yep. I'm having a great time.
Maybe that's the resistance talking.
Well, think of this as some mood music for your game.
Yes,
Do-
for the game. It's a great
for my
way to think of it.
No. We're good. I don't really need like a soundtrack to my life. Look, let's be honest. The resistance in any story you've heard is usually the good guy. So the resistance, you know? Viva la resistance.
Have you guys noticed that Britmas music has started to play earlier and earlier every year?
Oh my. Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that was my idea. I brought that to the estate. I just thought,
Yeah, that was your trend. Nice.
yeah.
What a terrible idea.
Why is that terrible, John Wayne?
I don't know. I don't want to be thinking about Britmas whenever I'm having.
While you're in the library transcribing books and throwing them at vandals.
Whoa. They throw them first. I would never throw my babies.
I believe. Okay. Sure. Consider that my Britmas gift to you. I'm going to choose to accept that fabrication.
So react as
Was
if you
that
just
was
heard
it? Was
crickets.
there crickets there?
There were crickets there, yeah. Well, John Wayne, did you get anything today out of today? Did Aaron help sort of,
He's getting a
help you
sound
understand?
system and an album 2 weeks before
That's true.
its release.
That's true. You know what? I'm excited to hear. Well,
I mean, that's like my gift to Natalie.
No, that's Aaron's gift to us.
No, it's from both of us. It's from both of
I
us.
think it's for
Let's be
both
honest.
of us.
Yeah, but like I have to allow it to happen, so it's like
You don't have
from
to allow
both
it
of
to
us.
happen. I'm playing it, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, for that to come into my temple. Yeah, this is a place of business and hard
But it's
work.
our temple, not your temple.
I mean, like it's still like mine.
I pay half the rent.
I mean, you play the crappy half, so
What's the crappy half?
Yeah, how does one determine
And who
which is
pays for
which?
which parts?
well, you pay. It's determined by the the nooks and the crannies and the back door and the attic, and those are all your spaces, and that's the half you pay for.
She has the nooks and crannies.
Those are the best reading spots, though. So
You
Gotcha.
remind me a lot of somebody from history, I think.
A Grinch?
Yeah.
I'm feeling like there's a story. There's sort of a Britmas story.
Yeah,
Sort of
like-
a fable.
Roosevelt,
No,
Franklin.
it's something like Scrooge, or
That's a little far.
well, you are trying to steal Britney's joy away from the season.
I am not trying to steal Britney's joy. I'm preventing Britney's joy from getting in me.
You seem to be highly resistant to Britmas.
I have to be highly resistant, or else I'm going to probably get a virus and get sick. So, just saying.
What?
Viva la resistance.
Well, we'll let Natalie. We'll let you deal with that. The other surprise. This is our last. This is the last chapter of the book.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to get emotional.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, I thought I heard it.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm being quite intrusive. I didn't realize this was your last
I
one.
told you.
No, 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 no. It's great. It's honestly, it's a celebration. You're new to Britney, and to have someone so recently converted, but yet so devout and so willing to just take the leap, and then having the last living descendant of Britney Spears with us, and to have John, my friend, 2 seasons in. I don't know. It's a celebration, and I'm very joyful. I'm sad. But everybody today. So yeah, today's gonna be the last book of this, or the last chapter of this book, book 2. Oops, I did it again. And we are gonna have one more episode, maybe kind of a wrap up. That'll be out next week, kind of wrapping up this season. But yeah, this is our last official chapter, and we're really excited. And this one is this one is an interesting one because it's it's sort of formatted differently. So everybody, today we're going to be reading book 2, chapter 15, Dear Diary. And this one almost reads as if it's literally a diary entry out of her diary. And I don't know. Um, Now, Aaron, you're
Yes.
joining us today. Again, I repeat, I don't know why I said that. You're the last living descendant of Britney Spears. Maybe you could start us off. Read some of these words. Read some of these words to us.
Dear diary, today I saw a boy, and I wondered if he noticed me. He took my breath away. Dear diary, I can't get him off of my mind, and it scares me because I've never felt this way.
I mean, obviously, still
I mean,
classic Britney. You know,
yeah,
definitely looking at someone, liking them, wondering if they like her back. Definitely classic. Definitely par for the course, as they say. I think they say that.
they still do, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. They still do. Okay. Um, and Brittany is, if not anything, consistent. She kind of finds a plot and isn't afraid to just kind of grab onto that plot and squeeze as hard as she can. You know.
I think part of her genius is the simplification of a message.
Okay.
She doesn't want to leave a lot of room for misinterpretation. She just wants you to be thinking about what it's like to wonder if someone notices you, to think about somebody, which is appropriate for this time of year, I think.
Yeah. Natalie, when you were reading these words, what did you feel like? How did it make you feel?
Intrusive. I feel like this is such a personal writing, you
Mm-hmm.
know. I mean, this is the first time, I'm kind of seeing this one. As you've said, I'm so new to all of her writings, but I mean, it seems so cute. Like it's heartwarming sort of.
Interesting.
Like it's like a new beginning, you know what I mean? And full of
Yeah.
innocence and
Now, that's interesting. I don't see it exactly the same way because to me, obviously the boy is a murderer, you know, and, she's wondering if he's noticed her. So it almost to me feels like when you're like when you think you're being stalked, and you're walking down an alley and you sense someone's following you,
Oh,
So yeah, that's an interesting take on it.
I'm interested in the murderer part. Um,
Yeah, let's dive into that.
yeah,
Well,
I
she
didn't
sees a
see it
boy,
before, but now I can't not see it.
right?
Yeah, so she's terrified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like like that moment when you're so scared it takes your breath away, and you sort of
Mhm.
you panic. You can't
Yeah.
get him off your head. You're thinking about it. It scares you.
Yeah.
You've never felt this way. You've never been this scared before. Because how often do you get murdered? You know. Did Natalie? Did you? Why don't you continue here with the next couple stanzas?
oh my gosh, sure, I'd be honored.
And remember, think murderer.
I'll try.
Okay.
Okay. No one in this world knows me better than you do. So, diary, I'll confide in you. Okay, so she's talking to her diary there. Dear diary, today I saw a boy, and as he walked by, I thought he smiled at me.
Creepy.
If he's a murderer, yeah. Okay. And I wondered, does he know what's in my heart? I tried to smile, but I could hardly breathe.
I mean, Brittany clearly understands that she's in danger. You know.
Yeah.
And that's, to be Brittany in this moment where the only person she can confide in is her diary. She's got all this turmoil that she's sort of dealing with. She's fearful, and it's pen and paper or, whatever she might have used back then.
Right.
That's just,
When you say it like that, it sounds very sad and lonely.
well, it's it's the Britmas season, we gotta hold up to tradition,
So you're saying she smiles to break the tension of the situation.
Right. I feel like there was probably a period of time where women felt like they had to placate an aggressive man, rather than just mace him, or take one of those cat ear things on your keychain, and give him a gold, slice in the throat.
Wow.
But maybe she felt she had to. I don't know, Natalie, you're a woman. Have you ever experienced that where you've had an overly aggressive guy and you've felt uncomfortable?
I can't say I've ever had a overly aggressive person, but
Just
I guess
a grumpy one.
yeah, I live with a grumpy one, and sometimes I smile to either try to lighten the mood or if I can just sort of please him or let him know that I'm pleased because I don't know exactly what he wants. So maybe a smile will let him know that everything's okay, right? And then I
Wait,
can get
yeah.
out of there.
Wait, who's this? Who's the grumpy guy you live with?
The
I didn't
cat.
say
have to
anybody
ask.
else. Oh, the cat. Okay, that makes sense.
So, Natalie, you're finding that these words are sort of a guide, really, for you in your interpersonal relationships.
Well, when we're thinking of it with your lens cap on about this person being a stalker murderer,
Mm-hmm.
I suppose, yeah.
Well, the great thing about Brittany's words is it's obviously flexible. There are some people who probably read these words and would never in a million years think of a stalker or a murderer.
True.
Clearly,
Maybe,
they
but
just. I mean, there are probably people who look at this and their first, they
mine
form an
was.
opinion. Yeah, and they're not thinking murderer.
No, I thought it was so sweet and innocent and like the beginning of something new and powerful. Thank God I
But
have your guidance. Thank Brittany I have your guidance.
well, the great thing is these words. If you can find meaning in them for yourself,
Hmm.
that's also important. Sometimes
Thank
it
you.
can be misguided, but at the end of the day, if you walk away, having learned something. I mean, I think we're all better off for that, right? I mean, Aaron, you've said, that's what Britmas is and that's what Britney is. It's about giving and receiving,
Yeah.
so that way you can give.
Well, I want John Wayne's opinion on the grumpy cat.
How so?
How do you feel about the grumpy cat? Is it grumpy? Do you enjoy it?
Of course,
What
the
makes
cat's
the cat
grumpy.
so grumpy?
Well, it does what it wants. It won't let you pet it. At least not me.
This sounds like things that make you grumpy about the cat.
It's not about me. It's about the cat and how it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It won't chase down the rats. Like, come on, help out. Like, do your work around here.
Have you tried changing its diet? I can't imagine just eating cat food brings a lot of joy to one's life.
I'm sure if someone is just only eating cat food, that must affect them.
I don't think so. I eat it and I am fine.
You know what I just realized, John Wayne? You have an interesting... So you don't like the cat or cats because they kind of don't do what you want them to do, and they don't do what you think they should do.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like you with ghosts. Like, you don't believe in ghosts, you don't like ghosts because they don't behave the way you think they should, which is to haunt you. They don't
have to haunt me.
But that's how you said you would know that they're real.
Yeah, they show themselves.
Sorry, Aaron, I'm kind of bringing in an old subject here. John Wayne doesn't believe in the supernatural.
No, I've listened. I know how he feels about ghosts, but they believe in him, so it's fine.
That's, you know what? I guess that's the most important thing.
Why is that important? I don't need ghosts to believe in me.
Wow.
That's the point. You don't need them to, but they do anyway.
If there's a ghost here right now, they can suck on these farts.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, eat that, ghost.
Oh, that stinks.
Sorry. It wasn't for you. It's for the ghost.
We're gonna... I feel like we're gonna... I feel like next season we're gonna kind of dive into this a little bit.
Which part?
the ghost thing. I'm excited to explore that further.
No, we've already explored it enough.
Well, I haven't. I've been coming up with some ideas. I feel like
I think we should hear from the ghosts themselves. If I don't know what the
we tried that on. We tried that on on
Halloween, or what was it called?
Oh.
I'll have to insert it if I can remember.
That one holiday where we celebrate, around October.
We actually tried to do a seance, to summon a spirit. In fact, we even tried to summon John Wayne's wife.
Yeah.
And
I think it was starting to work. Like, keys were jingling in the other room. I heard doors opening and closing.
It was probably the cat.
Well, I mean, that might have been your problem, She might not want to come back.
Oof.
Classic.
Maybe that was the sound of her leaving.
I just meant, like if the cat had a grumpy disposition, I don't know if someone would want to come back from the dead for a grump, love or no love.
Ooh. Do you think it's possible? Do you guys believe in like reincarnation where a spirit could come back as either somebody or another thing, like a cat?
I do. Strongly.
That's interesting that a cat just kind of shows up and loves hanging around the bottom bunk.
Especially right around after the time we did that seance.
It likes shitting near the bottom bunk. Which is
very
funny that does sound like something my ex-wife, I guess not ex, but my former wife would do.
Yeah, that sounds personal.
But...
Wait, what does the cat like to do?
Well... We have the cat box near the bed because it likes to shit near the bed.
Got it. So, John Wayne, maybe as an experiment, how would you treat your wife if she popped back in? You know what I mean? Like if you had proof that your cat, the library cat, was a reincarnated version of your wife, would you treat the cat differently? This might be awkward with Natalie here. Sorry.
It's not awkward. Why would
Oh,
it be
okay.
awkward?
Yeah, no, it's totally
No.
fine.
I mean, I don't know. What do you? I guess I don't believe that would be possible.
Would
But
you
I guess if we want to speak in hypotheticals,
Love a good hypothetical.
yeah.
We're all about figuratively and metaphorically here.
So hypothetically, if somehow my wife somehow was now a cat,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I'd try to get her better cat food.
That
To
is
make her
so
happier.
sweet.
I guess, and I would stop throwing her outside.
Would you expect it? Would you get mad at it when it wasn't catching the rats as quickly or at all?
Of course, I would get. It wouldn't change me getting upset for her not doing what she should be doing, earning her, her living around here.
Got it.
I would still hold her accountable, probably even more so, because I know she'd probably understand me if she was just doing it to spite me, and then I'd probably do more stuff and probably shave her.
So
Yeah,
you would continue on the previous relationship you had with your wife if she came back from the dead.
yeah,
Great.
as a cat.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, sure, yeah, as well
No,
as
yeah,
that relationship could transpire, but
You know, I just
highly
had this
unlikely.
like hypothetical little circle meets a square moment where if we, us, started getting the cat better cat food, stopped kicking it outside, stopped yelling at it for not getting the rats, that maybe she would
I
feel a
don't
little bit
kick
more
it.
appreciated, and then maybe she would get the rats for you because she'd feel like she has a reason to want to stay there, and she'd want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, if we love and appreciate her more, maybe she will kind of return the love
You're
and
talking
appreciation.
about more of a positive reinforcement. I'm thinking more negative reinforcement. I say, do your job. Nope, get tossed outside. Do your
But would you
job.
want to do a job for someone who kept tossing you outside and giving you crappy, cheap food?
If I knew that the way to move up in the system was to do a better job and actually catch a rat, and then all of a sudden I got some tuna for catching the rat, then yeah, I'd bring you
Have
two
you ever
rats.
gave the cat tuna for catching a rat?
She never caught a rat, so why would I give her tuna?
She caught one before.
No, she
Yes,
has
she
not.
has too.
That was not a rat.
Then what was it?
I don't know what that was. That was a marmaluke or something,
Well-
or not a marmaluke.
Marmot?
Starts with it. Yeah, marmot.
Well, she brought you a marmot, and what did you do?
It was probably already dead. It smelled horrendous. I think she brought it in like to hide it, and it was gonna stink up the place. I don't think she brought
if
it as
that,
a gift or an offering.
yeah, but if that's not a sign of what she thinks of your and her relationship,
Hello.
she's like, let me look for the smelliest thing in this library parking lot.
Yep.
Here we go.
Hello.
This will show him.
You guys look for a lot of things in a lot of places.
Maybe you don't have
Speaking of
enough
what-
rats.
Not enough rats.
Correct. Like the cat's not motivated because it's not a problem yet. But if you had more rats, it would be more of an issue, which she would feel
I don't know.
motivated to take care of.
Seems
I
like a
can
problem.
send some over if you'd like.
That would be so nice.
No, I don't need rats.
Can you
Some
put them in the
nice,
box?
Yeah, some
Put them in the
albino
box
ones,
with the
'cause
stereo?
it's Britmas. It's,
No.
Yeah.
Yes, yay.
No.
Put them in the box with the,
Oh,
that way.
the sound system will come and we'll probably get like a pallet full of rats for you.
Nice.
Nope. Don't need that.
I can see I can already picture your relationship changing with the cat. I can already see how this is going to be beneficial.
Me too. I'm really excited.
Man, I love Britmas. You know, I'm glad that I get to help people.
That's not helping.
Well, speaking of people misunderstanding things, John, did you want to go and finish the last few stanzas of today's chapter?
Sure. Where did we leave
I mean,
off?
you're like this. You're the second newest
Yeah.
recruit, you know? And
Yeah.
so,
So where
You're
do we
going to
leave
start
off?
with, should I tell him how I feel?
Okay. Should I tell him how I feel, or would that scare him away?
mm,
Um, Diary, tell me what to do. Please tell me what to say. Dear Diary, one touch of his hand. Now I can't wait to see that boy again.
Oh.
He
mhm.
smiled, and I thought my heart could fly. Diary, do you think we'll be more than
Mm.
friends? I've got a feeling we'll be so much more than friends.
Wow.
I mean, this sounds like what do they call
Stockholm
that?
syndrome.
Yep, I was about
Yep.
to say that. It sounds like Stockholm
Wow.
syndrome. Sounds like she's get a little excited from being stalked by this serial murderer, whoever, and
Right.
she's into it. And now she's like, "Do I tell him that I know? Is that gonna freak him out if he knows that I know?"
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's like,
No, you picked up on that exactly right.
Wow.
Yeah. Because again, it's one of those things you look at these words, and
Mhm.
there are probably some people who would think that, you know, let's be really far fetched. Like maybe this is a guy that she likes, you know, and she hopes that he likes her back, you know, like some high school crush, you know,
you know,
and it could go ahead.
no, you finish your thought.
Well, I was going to say one could like really stretch the imagination and see how that could kind of fit, you know, but it's clear. I mean, it's crystal clear that obviously Britney has been manipulated into thinking that this person wants a certain kind of relationship, and she is now kind of falling for it, you know?
To go along with what you're saying here, I think after reading this full you know after getting through it, I think I'm getting the vibe here. The lesson that she's trying to teach us is,
Mm-hmm.
look, you can be afraid of people, but don't be afraid of these people that you think you're afraid of. Like, get to know them better. Like, give them
Mm.
a shot, give them a chance. I'm like you think, oh, you might see him as a bad guy, but let's flip that. Let's try to be his friend or more than friends.
Like maybe with the cat.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
I'm loving this. Yeah, I agree with you, John.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about humans, and we're not talking about
Yeah, but the cat
Well,
is.
we're
feline.
talking about souls. You know what I mean?
Haven't we
Cats don't
established?
have a soul. Cats
No,
are
we've-
soulless.
We've established that
I've looked at their eyes.
your cat is your wife. I think we've pretty much
Yeah.
established that. I don't.
No, we have
the,
not.
The evidence is crystal clear.
You guys are convinced.
There's that resistance again.
Yeah.
Man.
Vive la resistance.
Yeah, but it's fading, man. That white flag.
Slowly rising.
Never. I will never surrender.
I have a
You're
feeling you're going to be visited by 3 different growths of this holiday season.
I hope so. I'm telling you. I wish if they exist, I wish they would come visit me. I'm upset. I'm upset that people have seen ghosts or say they've seen ghosts or talked to ghosts or been sexually, touched by ghosts, but I've never seen a ghost.
God, you know what's funny about the 3 ghosts thing is, man, if only had done some planning.
John, I am the ghost of terror.
That would have, man, that would have definitely been a circle meets this, like a true circle meets the square moment.
What would you do if? I mean, obviously ghosts don't exist, but if for some reason like the ghost of Britney Spears like showed up, what would you do? Andy?
I have to just talk to her like, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
You got any more hidden gems for me? Any
that would be the one
music?
question. If you had one question, that's what you'd use.
Let me go get a pen and a pencil and paper, and let's like bang out some new hits.
I got it. So other Aaron would monetize the situation.
No. I would help to increase the visibility of our Lord and Savior.
Mm-hmm.
That's very admirable.
Mm.
I would ask her if she had any idea that her words would live on the way that they do. And, if there's anything that we've gotten wrong, because clearly I mean, clearly she knew that 2,000 years later we would, her words would form the basis of a major religion. I mean,
Yeah,
clearly, you
clearly.
know. And so, but, if there's anything we've gotten wrong.
I would want to
Natalie, what
also
about?
know who the murderer she was imagining, because
Right? Exactly.
the last couple, it starts to think like there's such a fine line between fear and lust. You know?
Yeah. Tell me about it. I mean, sometimes as a gay guy, if you're going to start to do the thing, and it can be scary because it's like, you know,
You're kind of into the
uh,
fact that they might murder you.
well, yeah, let's go with that. I was thinking of a different kind of fear before a gay man has sex, but yeah, let's go with being murdered. Um,
Societal judgment.
what you ate that day. Um, Aaron, do you have any? You're up in the mountains. Do you have any live snakes? I feel like they don't quite have enough. I don't know if that's something.
I'll definitely be on the lookout for some.
Yeah, I feel like John Wayne. I feel like that might help his, his cheerful. Might help him get in the mood for Britmas. If the library was just covered with
But
live
also
snakes,
remember we have
you know.
the cat now that's his wife, so we don't want to put her in any harm.
Oh, right.
Right.
She's not my
Okay.
wife.
Well, I'm sure you can figure out a way to. Okay, that's a fair point.
Hold on, you didn't ask me.
Yeah, you were coming. I assumed you needed another moment. So,
Sounded a little inappropriate.
Phrasing? Yeah, that's super appropriate. I assumed you were coming. I thought you might need a minute.
oh wait,
That is
is that
Yeah,
what I
you hear,
said?
you hear it. Yeah, exactly what you said.
I will not put that on repeat. Okay, that was inappropriate. John Wayne,
Yes.
since you are not only relatively new, well, actually, it's been a year now, a little over a year, to Britney.
Yeah.
You've gone through 2 books now,
Uh-huh.
lots of lessons, many of them similar.
Mm-hmm.
Britney Spears appears in front. She walks into the library.
Yeah.
She walks up to the counter.
She's clearly a ghost, right?
Wait, sorry, say that one more time.
Like she's clearly a ghost.
Or a spirit, an apparition.
Like you said,
Yeah.
she walks in the library, but like I can tell, like I could probably put my hand through her. Like she doesn't look real, right?
I mean, you're saying the first thing you would do if Britney Spears walked up to your counter is you would put your hand through her?
No, the first thing I would do is I'm going to ask you a question, Aaron. Is she looking at me?
Clearly, she's looking at you.
Oh, okay. Crap. Then yes, the next thing I would do is I'd wave my hand through her.
You don't. Okay, that's an interesting way to
That'd
greet.
be really interesting if
the
she
goddess.
wasn't an aspiration and you just groped Britney Spears.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. It'd be a good story to tell. I'm like, I am so sorry. I thought you were a ghost. Instead, you're Britney Spears reincarnated in the flesh. Wow. But she's a goddess, and she would forgive me. I think either that or smite me instantly. I don't know.
And after that amazing introduction, what would you ask her?
I would ask her, "Can you get this damn cat to catch some fucking rats, please?"
Do you think that
Well-
falls in the purview of Britney Spears, like to get your cat to catch
I
rats?
mean, I've heard of dudes turning water to wine. I would assume she has some sort of power.
I mean, if you think about it, Aaron, it's Britney is all about like relationships and giving and receiving, and the fact that we've established that the cat is John Wayne's
Agreed.
wife.
I think
That is kind of a relationship thing.
Yeah, but the
No.
biggest part about Britney is how can you improve yourself to improve your relationships?
Right.
He's
So she would-
He's looking to solve the problem externally. I think Britney would want you to work on yourself to help you.
You know what? We're going to end this
Uh-oh.
chapter with a bang. We're going to do a little role
Love it.
play.
Oh, great.
So, John Wayne, you're going to be John Wayne.
Okay, I'm playing myself. Cool.
Aaron, you're going to
Yes.
be Britney
Yes.
Spears walking in. Okay. Natalie will be Natalie. And maybe you're decorating the library, and I will be a customer standing behind Britney.
Wait, hold on. Who's playing the nurse?
Oh, you know what? You're right. Natalie,
gotta play
you
the
can
nurse.
be the nurse. You'll
Okay.
be the nurse.
Okay.
Great.
And what's our location?
We're at the library.
Why is there a nurse at the library?
I don't know. We always have to have a nurse in our role plays.
It's just, yeah.
Just go with it. And by the way, nurses could read, so why wouldn't they be in the library? Let's just be clear.
I'll be looking up surgical terms.
Okay, well, are we ready?
Yes.
Why am I coming back? Or can I fill that in for myself?
Absolutely. It's role play. You do what you need to do.
Okay.
Sounds like he's giving you free reign.
Hello?
Oh. I'll be with you in right 1 second. Let me finish transcribing.
Hello?
I told you once, ma'am. I'll be with you. I'm transcribing.
It's just my loneliness is killing me.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Why are you quoting Britney Spears at me?
Because I'm Britney, bitch!
Oh my gosh. Britney. Wait, hold on 1 second. I'm going to walk up to her and I'm going to try to put my hand through her.
Excuse me? What are you doing?
I'm seeing if you're an apparition.
What?
I'm seeing if you're an apparition, a ghost. Sorry, that was a big word.
So you feel like the appropriate thing to do would be to grope me. Or grope a ghost.
I don't believe in ghosts, but I don't believe you can grope a ghost because it would just go through anyway. So,
Wow. I see nothing's changed in 2,000 years. Men are still pigs.
well, I mean, yes, probably. I'm not debating that.
Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for. Do you have that new copy of Britney Spears' most recent work of art? Her latest book.
Yeah,
that's
I
a
don't
good
know
one.
I don't know what it's titled, but it's over there at the rest of the Britney Spears stuff.
Holy shit! Is that a ghost of Britney Spears?
I don't know. I don't know if my hand went through or not.
Britney.
Hi. And who are you?
Justin.
Justin. Oh, I used to know a Justin.
Hey, excuse me, sir.
Oh, wow.
What is it, nurse? Did you find what you were looking for? It's hematoma, I said 100 times.
Okay, thank you. I'll go look that up.
Okay. Sorry, Brittany. It's a busier day than usual around here.
So do you just talk to all women like that?
Like
they
what?
Come under your shoe?
No, I talk to everyone equally, like they're under my shoe.
Oh,
Are you even the real Britney Spears?
well, I'm here.
Prove it.
Oh,
Prove
would
it.
you like to grab my left tit instead of my right one? Would that
I can't
satisfy
grope you. You're a ghost, supposedly.
Wow, and you're the keeper of the library. You're responsible for all of
I
my
am
work.
the librarian. Yes, ma'am. But real quick, if you are the real Britney Spears,
Which
can
I
you
am.
do a miracle and make this cat actually catch a mouse or a rat?
Oh, of
Because that would be
course.
a Britmas miracle.
Of course. I just need to just get a little information if that's okay.
Fine. What information you need?
What's the cat's typical diet consist of?
Oh, cat food like a cat would eat.
Uh-huh. Okay. And what does the cat like to do most during the day?
Lay around and be lazy.
All right. Now, what are 10 things that you can think of to help the cat catch a rat?
10 things to help it.
Yes.
Give it a personality. Give it more speed. Make it stronger. Make
Okay.
it smarter. Make it more likable. Bigger claws.
Okay.
A jetpack. A laser on its head. Bigger mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Sharper teeth. Boom.
Well, I did. That's great. And what I want you to do is just hang out with your cat. You should do this for 3 hours every day.
Are you trying to tell me to bond with this cat?
Yes. Yes.
Now, John Wayne, did
Yeah.
that give you clarity?
No.
What are you talking about? That was our longest role play ever. It was like
It was.
lesson
It was
after
our longest
lesson,
roleplay. I was
lesson
really
after
into
lesson,
it.
lesson after lesson after lesson.
Yeah.
Aaron, Natalie, what did you guys get out of that?
I think there's a lot of mystery that surrounds Britney. You know,
Yes.
who is she? I felt I was scratching the surface of who this woman was.
Right. Natalie, what did you get out of that role play?
That I'm not cut out to be a nurse. And that if you ever have some sort of problem, I think taking a step back and just sort of thinking about 10 ways to maybe help yourself would be a great, great way to start.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know, I mean, 10 ways at a minimum, right? You know, and think of like in that example, all of those ways that Britney helped John Wayne with his rat problem. You know, I mean, it's crystal clear, you know, I mean, if anything, you guys should take that advice, and it sounds like you guys have a fix for your cat problem. So I'm excited to hear how that gets resolved. You have 10 options, John Wayne, you know?
Do I, though? I mean, that sounds like I'm giving it ways to murder me. So
Yeah, but if you do as
Well, I believe that part is on you.
right, you have to form the bond.
Yeah.
what if I just get a new cat?
That might actually help your wife. Maybe your wife, you know what? Maybe your wife is jealous because you have a relationship and she is stuck with the cat, being a cat. So maybe if you brought another cat in, maybe that might
I
equalize
love that idea.
Maybe it wouldn't be as imbalanced.
Or they could just develop a relationship and then they run off together and I have no cats, which is fine too, I guess. But then I still have a rat problem.
We're getting snakes for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely have more snakes with no cats around.
It sounds
I mean-
like we have a win-win.
The win-win is bringing in some big snakes that might eat the rats and the cats. So we'll see.
You really would let your wife die?
She's not my wife.
Wow, I thought I knew you. John Wayne, you're like this. You're like these words today. You know, you're on surface level, you're one thing, but as I get to know you, you surprise me, which is great.
You're a murderer.
Yeah, a murderer. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I mean, some might, you know, like murdering his wife.
Potentially.
I just thought murder in general, but that suggestion seemed like it would be appropriate. Although I don't know. I feel like it takes a lot of activity to be a murderer.
John Wayne does tend to sort of kind of stay in one place
Correct.
for a long period of time. Yeah. Well, everybody, I feel like that was a pretty healthy episode there. I feel like we really helped. I feel like people are going to hear this and be really prepared, not only for the holiday season, but also for, you know, any interpersonal relationships that they might have. You know, we're going to offer them some insight.
If your relationship's a little rocky, get another cat and some more rats.
Absolutely.
And don't be afraid if you think someone's stalking you or might be a murderer, but it might be better to just say hi and smile and then try to be friends with them.
Right. You catch more honey with vinegar, or what? You catch more something with honey than you.
Flies with honey than vinegar.
Yeah, absolutely. And you catch even more with piss, So no, I think that wraps up this week really well. In fact, if anything, that wraps up this season really well. I think that's a great way to end this season. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by, giving us your insight, Aaron.
Anytime.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was trying to fill in the slots for this week, and
Well, it's been a fun season, and I'm very glad and thankful to have been a part of any of it.
no, we appreciate you, man. Natalie, it was an interruption, but welcome.
Thank you.
You're so happy and joyous, and you're a good counter to John Wayne. You're basically like my inside spy. You're there living the life, showing him what's possible. Slowly eating away at him like an ocean to rocks on a beach over millennia.
Yep.
Slowly wearing him down.
Yep. One Britney verse at a time.
Exactly. And John Wayne, crazy, huh?
Which part?
What?
Which part?
No, I was saying that I was gonna start. That's that the lyrics for crazy. It kind of reminds me of this. Everybody out there, please email us, please. Just a little email, www.britneydo@gmail.com. It's not that hard. Just send something. You're getting this podcast. It's for free. We're not even running ads.
Donations would be great.
Donations would be great for Aaron's charity. That way he can receive a lot and give out some. Which is the meaning of Britmas. But yeah, www.britneydo@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram, www.britneydo. And everybody have a safe holiday. We're going to be back next March, I believe, sometime around that time. So hopefully the world and the pandemic are, a little bit more under control. Stay safe. And Britney loves you. Right, Aaron?
She does.
Yeah.
And she loves you more the more you donate. The more you give this Christmas, the more Britney will love.
You heard it from the man himself, the last living descendant of Britney Spears. So until next year. But hey, everybody, thank you so much. Come back for season 3. And stick around one more week. Next week, we'll have another kind of little wrap up episode with John Wayne and I. But otherwise, we love you, and we will talk to you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye.
We wish you a Merry Britmas. We wish you a Merry Britmas.
Stop.
Wish you a Merry Britmas.
Stop it.
And Happy New Year.
Get out of my room. This is my room.